Okay, so let's be honest here. We've all wanted to make a cabin in the snow biome. If you haven't,
Then why'd you click on this video?
with all that being said, today we're going to be making this simple rustic cabin design. It's pretty compact and it's got a lot of detail and it's very easy to make. And it's pretty nice if you just want to have like a simple, survival world. But I'll give you a quick look at what the inside is like. You got all your basic stuff like a bed, a chest, fireplace, just all the necessary stuff. Anyway, why don't we go ahead and get right into the building. Alright, so in order to make this cabin, we're gonna need to have a 7x7 square. And here are the dimensions right here. The corners are in blue. And for the main blocks we are using here, we got some oak, we got some spruce, and we got some stone brick. It should be pretty self-explanatory from there. So, to start off, we could probably go ahead and get the main walls started themselves. We'll go ahead and just start placing it, and we'll skip a block right there, because that is where our door will be. And we're gonna go ahead and just keep building up. I'll go ahead and cut to when this is all done. Alright, so ideally, this is what you should be looking at right here. Pretty simple stuff. I mean, you should be able to get that in survival. What we want to do next is we want to bust out some windows on the sides here. So we're gonna do that on each side. Alright, now that that's done, we're gonna go ahead and grab our spruce stairs. This will be pretty important, because this is mainly how we're gonna do our windows. See, it kind of leaves a little gap right there. It's a little different from, your traditional window, and, we're making a rustic cabin, so why not? Now we got all of our windows here. The next thing we can do is kind of like the corners of the cabin. Something I like to do to make it a little interesting instead of just using a block, I kind of like to use stairs. And I like to do this kind of pattern. So like something like that, it kind of gives you a little bit of detail, but it's like you're not going too crazy at the same time. And what I normally like to do is I like to kind of pivot things around, so it looks like it's kind of just going in like a certain motion here. So yeah, pretty much you just kind of go with the pattern until it's done. Alright, and now that you have your corners done, you can already see that this thing is taking pretty good shape. It's a tiny build, but it looks like it has quite a bit of detail already, and that's kind of the goal of what we're trying to do. So we'll go ahead and grab our slab. We're going to start working on the roof. So we'll go ahead and do that. We want it to overhang by 1 block. Kind of like snake it around the side right here, as you can see. And we're gonna do that for both sides, and then we're gonna do a slab roof. All right, so now we got the frame of our roof here. Pretty much it's just a simple. You just fill it right in. You can kind of use any block you want at this point. You don't have to use spruce, but for this video, that's the block of choice I'm going with. Right. So now we've currently got the roof filled in. And that's what it should be looking like. You can choose whatever kind of block you want to do for the floor. I decided I wanted to use oak. And pretty much same thing for the ceiling here. We're gonna need our slabs, because for the ceiling, we're gonna go ahead and do we're gonna pretty much kind of mimic the roof on the outside, but for like the ceiling, and we're gonna use a different wood to kind of indicate that we're inside, So normally what would come next here is I'd grab my stripped spruce wood, and you kind of have 2 options here. You can either go this way and just have it run down the middle like that, or alternatively you could have it run down the middle like this if you want it to kind of stick out some more. Alright, so now we're gonna go ahead and build our fireplace here, and it's gonna be a pretty simple design. We're gonna punch a hole out right here, and And pretty much what we're gonna do now is we're gonna place some stairs right here, and we're going to put 3 slabs on top. So you place the campfire in here, and then you put the slab in front, and you see, when you look at it, it looks like it's, you know, it looks pretty nice. Like, you can see the little flame just kind of sitting in there. It looks kind of to scale, if that makes sense. So we're gonna head on to the back, and I mean, you don't want this whole back here exposed. It looks a little goofy, but pretty much what we're gonna do is we're gonna run this all the way up through the center here. Have it stop right about here. And for the design of the fireplace back here, you could do pretty much whatever you want. You can make it look however you want. A design I'm a big fan of right now, I kind of like to make it look a little round. So that's kind of the design I chose. It's a simple, you know, it's a simple look, make it round. We're gonna continue with the chimney. We're gonna grab our trapdoors. We're gonna go up here, and here's what we're gonna do now. We're gonna place our campfire, and we are going to get our spruce trapdoors, and we're pretty much gonna, you know, surround this thing in spruce trapdoors. And now we're gonna close them. When you actually look at your cabin, you're gonna actually see smoke coming out of the chimney. It adds more realism to your build. I also currently forgot to mention we need to add the door. So all you need to do for that is just an upside down stair. And when we go in here, we're just gonna put the door in this way. So it's flush with the wall inside, but from the outside, you know, it's indented in. Just to kind of give it that little bit of extra detail. If you're not a big fan of, like, say, back here with how the blocks look, I like to put a trap door right here. And it kind of gives it a little bit of divider right there, so it doesn't look like everything is just trying to mix together. And then I'll normally kind of just try to add it, like, you know, right here, so it looks like there's an underlying theme going on. And as for the front, what we can do instead of that boring flat front, we can do this. We can add like a little bit of a point here. And pretty much what we need is another slab here. Go ahead and plop that there. And what we can do next is add a stair right here to give it a little bit of detail, but then do our trapdoor trick to the front. That way both sides match. Of course there's other things you could do to add more detail, like for the roof, like if we wanted to do some more detail, what you can do to make this look a little more weathered is if you start adding like random blocks in, it'll make it look like the roof is a little more beat up and not as taken care of, like it's been here for a while. You can mix in some well, we'll try to. I'm gonna say you can mix in some stairs, kind of give it more detail if you want. Kind of just give some variety, or make it look as uneven as possible, if that makes sense. But really, it's all up to you how you wanna go about doing that. Well, I think that about wraps up the cabin build. If you found this video useful, why not drop me a like? And if you're feeling extra generous, why not hit that subscribe button for future Minecraft building tutorials? With that being said, I'm Big Levis, and I will see you guys in the next video.
Peace.